how do we find the product that we're selling now? Just luck. It was an item, I think, on the list that we get every week from you guys. Tested it. Within a day, same day that we started running the ads, it started to convert. And we kind of just stuck with it. Stuck with that product, stuck with that niche. Good margins. And, you know, with good margins, you can definitely test more and play more with, you know, with that product.
Welcome to today's video. So today we have Vladi Kurman. So he's one of my students, amazing guy, and he scaled his Shopify store, generated over 6 figures in sales, over $100,000 in how many months, Vladi?
Like half, I would say half, no, less, 4 or 5 months. I mean, since I started really working, and then a couple months after I started like working with you.
And pretty much you've done it like, you know, like on the side, right? So this is your side project.
Yeah, so this has been my it's my side project that I want to make it into my primary focus. Just, I'm sure a lot of people run into the same issue. They need some funds to invest into the dropship business. And this is kind of what me and my partner decided. He also works full-time, I work full-time, and we work together after work, before work, and during work, as much as you can to build it.
How your journey like with e-commerce, with dropshipping started? Like,
well, I sold on Amazon before. That's very difficult right now.
It didn't work out for you.
It didn't. I tried different products. I've tried different niches. I tried in some points during the selling, it did work. But that business requires much more money, because you have to buy the products. And me and my friend were like, we need to do something on our own. We gotta figure something out to make us money. We don't want to work for somebody our whole lives. And we actually found, before joining your group, and for $300 a course, it kind of gave us the idea of drop shipping. We jumped in, wasted a lot of money because we didn't know what we were doing. And then we found you and decided to sign up. And from that point on, we really started to get a much more better understanding of how Facebook marketing works, and just overall e-com dropship business. And cool. That's how we jumped in.
Cool. You have your dashboard.
Which one?
Yeah, the sales dashboard.
Yes.
So how you're like, so you started like with one product, right? So you're selling one product.
We started with like the general store, testing different products. Unfortunately, we started with, I'm sure everybody did, with lower ticket items. You know, it's kind of like in every business. If you're selling an item, it almost takes the same amount of energy to sell a cheap item or to sell a more expensive item.
Yeah.
It's the same energy. So we did a lot of testing on, yeah, my head is going to be turned. So because I have another monitor, if that's fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. So that's kind of what we started to sell different items, small stuff, things that we thought that people would like or have an interest in different niches. And then how do we find the product that we're selling now? Just luck. It was an item, I think, on the list that we get every week from you guys. Tested it. Within a day, same day that we started running the ads, it started to convert. And we kind of just stuck with it. Stuck with that product, stuck with that niche. Good margins. And, you know, with good margins, you can definitely test more and play more with, you know, with that product. That's really how we found it. No real like big secret, just test. It's keep trying until one of the items click.
Okay, cool. So pretty much like the item started to work from you like right away.
Right away, right away. I mean, you do have, it's not just, you know, take it, throw it, and just try it and it'll click. No, you still need to. I mean, we did do the proper thumbnails. We did different ad creatives. We
Mm-hmm.
tested different angles on the same product. So we did set it up correctly, and then we did a custom video for the Facebook marketing. So we put a little bit of money towards the product up front because we just saw that it was converting. So we went with it.
Mm-hmm.
But that, yeah, I mean, everything kind of has to line up. Proper ad sets, proper images, proper thumbnails, and if everything's set up correctly, then it should convert.
Mm-hmm.
Should convert.
Cool. And you also had like issues with your like ad accounts.
Oh my God. Yeah. Well, still having issues, but working through it. Yeah, I mean, this is my third business manager account that I'm running off of. My first two are being kind of reviewed because of, I don't know, circumventing Facebook, because I had bad negative review issues. I had different people complaining that we did not send the items that they purchased, even though it was another seller.
Yeah.
But they're just getting our store confused with another store. So we've gotten pages shut down for negative, not shut down, but pages gone below the threshold or
Yeah.
didn't perform well. And it's just, I mean, it's just an ongoing, I mean, the more you sell, obviously, the higher the chance of something's going to happen, more traffic and all. But I mean, this time around, this is a new ad account, new manager, a new pixel. I actually had to start a new pixel a couple times. But luckily, you do it once, you know how to do it again. You launch a pixel and you launch the same ads and they convert well. And within a week, you got yourself a built out pixel.
So
Where
what you're saying is pretty much if your product is good, if you're basically if all of the elements that you mentioned, like thumbnails, ads are good, then to rebuild stuff from scratch, it doesn't, like with new ad account, with new pixel, doesn't take much time.
No. I mean, the first time, obviously, when we just started, after you're taking your course and you kind of helped us out, get, the first foot in the door, it took a while because we, didn't know what we were doing, had to play around. But the second and third time, yeah, you can relaunch a fresh pixel in a new store and a new everything in one day in reality. Within 3 days, if your budgets are high enough, you'll get enough info to really start kind of moving the ball going, keep it going right away. So yeah, I mean, once you do it once and it's successful and it clicks, you can easily do it again. You can easily.
Cool. So with your business right now, so what is your goal with it? Like, do you want to extend like the range of the products? Do you want to focus on this product in particular and brand it? What is your goal?
Yes, we're going to stick with the niche and the similar products. Just, I mean, unless we how do I say this? If we get to a point where it's streamlined and it's bringing us consistent numbers that we're trying to reach and achieve, we might look into something not maybe similar, but similar margins. Might be a different niche. But ideally, it's to build to a certain level and sell it, brand it, sell it. I mean, maybe not even brand it, just, maybe get the volume to what we want and maybe sell it. And just, use the funds to maybe start something new or, see where it goes. But, ultimately, yeah, we don't want to like continue like to grow. We want, me and my partner decided that we want to get to a certain level and then we want to kind of sell. We want to sell.
Cool. How do you feel like your advertising skills have improved like since you've
Oh my God. I mean, I didn't know anything about Facebook advertising really. until we started with you. So, I mean, I'm running different stores. I'm even running now Facebook marketing for my Amazon products. And in most cases, the Facebook marketing selling through the direct store through Shopify works better than selling on Amazon for even, like it, I don't know how, but it works. So Facebook marketing is a very powerful tool if you know how to use it correctly. I mean, I don't know what other, other than Google probably, but to reach so many people for relatively small amount of money. Yeah, Facebook, I honestly didn't know that it was that powerful.
Cool. What is your break-even ROAS here with this?
So I try to be a very conservative player. So I round up on numbers that I need to achieve. So if my ROAS needs to be like 2.2, I'll make it like 2.6. Just because of, the expenses, the different fees, Shopify and so on. So like what you told us, 15% on top of, so that's roughly what I do. As you can see, I mean, the stuff that's turned off, it's just been poorly performing ad campaigns. Plus I've been, for the holidays, I ran separate ad campaigns. Now I'm just running 2, but I've taken a strategy. When I started it, it was, I was very afraid, $10 ad sets, 20. So now we're trying to up it. I found the campaigns that the audience that converts.
Yeah.
So I now am trying to really just launch at like $60, $100 ad sets and then try to really increase less ad sets, higher budget. But my ROAS, so I mean, this is a new ad set that I just launched this week. So that's why you don't see many numbers, but I have other managers that got shut down. So this is why it's so little numbers. But yeah, my break even is 2.6. I mean, this is for lifetime. This past week was really what picked up a little bit. But yeah, I try to be in the 4s and up.
Okay. Wow. Pretty good.
Ideally, is that the CBO? No, CBO is better. So yeah, the CBO has been performing really well. It's been the opposite last year. Manual campaigns are doing much better. For this particular manager, some reason CBOs are doing better.
Very nice. And I've noticed one of them is pretty much 0 targeting, right?
Oh no, but I have 2. It's just different, the different texts, so different creatives. Just same everything else, same audience, no audience. Men, just the general, big 4, and then no audience. That's performing much better than target audience of like 10 mil, for example, which is kind of, it's weird, but I think it's just our pixels already kind of built out enough, and we have enough info, so Facebook really does pinpoint, the converting. But we want to be under 20, cost per purchase. So these 2 are good. I mean, these are a little over, but it's still decent returns. So yeah, I mean, I'm trying to be conservative. I'm like, if it's borderline like 2.6, I'll shut it off. I'll maybe relaunch it. I could probably maybe wait a couple more days, but I'm just trying to be conservative. I don't know. That's just my approach. But that's kind of the idea. I mean, yeah.
Cool. So in terms of like, in terms of time, like how much time typically it takes you to run this business?
Oh, I really want to put more time into it. It does take time. It's, I mean, even just tweaking ad sets, launching new ones for the next day, it takes hours. I mean, you're playing, you're seeing what to tweak. You're looking at the metrics, you look at the analytics, seeing the breakdown, which country delivers better, what not, which one doesn't. I spend a day roughly, so let's say 4 or 5, like 5, 6, like couple hours before, even in the morning before I go to work, and then mostly after work. So from 7 p.m., 8 to 12, I'll just sit, watch TV, and work on this.
You enjoy it, right?
I do. I enjoy the results better than the actual process, but I do enjoy it because I mean, in reality, this is like kind of the dream that everybody really wants, is to be mobile, have your business, and be mobile and be free. You see the results, but you're not stuck to a particular location or answering to anybody. This is, you make the mistakes, it's your mistakes. You do well, you get rewarded for it. You know. So I do enjoy it. It's still young for us, fresh. I mean, I want to say that since we started working with you, that's really kind of where I start my kind of career in the e-com, because everything before that, it was just, stupid things, mistakes, throwing out money, like, oh, let's try this, that, and this, and nothing. So 5 months, I would say, was like half a year. So this year we're really trying to focus on, getting the margins up, getting the ad sets, stable.
What are your profit margins right now?
Between 20 and 30.
Okay.
20 and 30, but I mean, closer most of the time to 20. Holidays were a little bit higher. Obviously and just because of the holidays. But yeah, 20, 30. I mean, I feel like, closer to 30 will be ideal. That'll just give you enough kind of playroom to really put money into expanding and scaling up. So that's,
cool.
Yeah.
And then, so your main career is real estate, right?
Yes, that is correct.
So do you think like you can apply, like, for example, like advertising skills that you've learned like with e-commerce to your real estate?
Of course, I can. I don't, just because I'm trying to, I can't juggle so many things. So I do want to focus more on this marketing versus then, the real estate. But yes, you can. And I've done, prior to taking your course, I tried to advertise some of my postings and listings through Facebook. But I probably wasn't doing it correctly, so it was useless.
Okay, so now you probably would do it better.
Yes. Right now, I mean, I can easily, target exactly what I need to target and who, and it would work. It would work. Yes.
Cool. Awesome. So, in terms of the, so you're focusing on one product, and is like, how big is the margin on the products that you sell?
I'm now focusing just more on that niche.
Okay.
And products very similar, they go hand in hand, or upgraded versions of the same product, or alternative kind of to that product. But the margins are, I mean, if I'm buying, my cost has to be 100%.
Yeah.
I'm selling at 100% margin. Depends, but minus, of course. So Facebook, I'm counting like 40%, right? That should be. I mean, just because it's a higher ticket item, it'll cost a little bit more to sell. So like I mentioned, I need to be within a $20. I really want to be less than 20, between 15 and 20. If less than 15, that's amazing to sell my product. So I do need a good amount of margin, because I'm spending like 15 per item to sell.
Yeah.
So so my margins are up there. I mean, that's really, as I mentioned, it takes the same amount of time and energy to sell a cheap item and to sell an expensive. So that's really the name of the game, I feel like, and you've preached this many times, where try to focus on higher ticket items, because that's really where the money is in, and it's easier to scale because it's easier to sell 10 items of a more expensive than 20 of a cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Cool.
really where it's at.
In terms of like conversions, like on your website, like what has been kind of like the biggest tweak for you that helped you out?
Well, the biggest was that helped my conversion was getting rid of, it's funny. A lot of people try to do, at the beginning, the timers and all that stuff. We had everything running, like countdown timers. The Wheelio we actually use. Wheelio's, it's a powerful tool actually, and people enjoy it. The discounts, people do use it. But we've used everything, and then I forgot her name, part of our group. She really, she's a big seller also. You had an interview with her.
Ilana? Or?
Yeah, yes, Alana. So she recommended us to remove a lot of the extra interferences on our page.
Mm-hmm.
And that has immediately increased our conversion. Immediately. Mark has helped me out just in past days. I had a couple comments on the Facebook, and just simple. Simplicity, for the most part, works. I compare my page to a lot of the brand sellers, the big sellers that are out there in different stores, same item, same niche, and their sites are even more simple than mine. It's very to the point, item, feature, why they should have it.
Yeah.
It should be that simple. Of course, it's sometimes, it's not as easy to make or mimic, but that's the idea. We removed everything. I mean, it's pretty, straightforward. Item, price, option, like the breakdown. And then we have the upsell once you click it. And that's really it. Getting that average cost or average order value, you can get that up. I mean, that with the upsells, that's the easiest way to really take that next kind of jump in sales.
Cool. Awesome. So what like recommendations would you give to people who maybe they struggle with their like profit margins, or like they just don't get like traction with their, they cannot get, much volume with their stores?
I can say that I've been there. I'm sure everybody has. First off, just don't get stressed. It really just doesn't help. I know everybody wants to succeed. We want to succeed in this, and there's money involved, of course. And the biggest, just don't be afraid to test. As much as Alex, you're trying to tell us what to do and the paths to take, you can't tell us exactly one thing to do, which is going to make us like the millions.
Yeah, man. If I could, I would.
I know. Exactly. Yeah. So, and you help so much just to get an idea. And from there, it's really just testing. If you have a good product, just test the different thumbnails, the different pictures, the different creative, like just the wording, in the creatives, on the site, maybe also like images, like basic stuff, but just test, category, audiences. There's so many different audiences that you can test, I'm sure, for every product. Even the no audience, for example, like mine works better in no audience. I don't know. I don't know how to explain that, but it just does. But so just don't be afraid to test. I know it takes money, but you say for people that it doesn't have a big budget, start with the smaller ad set, $10, $15. When I really started conversion started to pick up, I had like $15 ad sets, $20 ad sets. And if I tried to jump to 50 or 100, it didn't perform. I don't know if you remember, that was like a time. Yeah. It just didn't perform. I don't know why. I wanted to scale up faster, but it wasn't performing. I would have to duplicate and make a tweak and then, try it again, run it again. So really just finding a product, trying to stick to that, higher profit margin products when they have money in it, and just testing, but you have to really also, the customer service is a big one.
Mm-hmm.
People are spoiled, like in America with Amazon, with the 2-day
Yeah.
shipping and getting responses and emails back. So people are spoiled here, depending on where you sell. I mean, maybe in Europe it's not as much, but in America, which is primarily the biggest country of sales, people are spoiled. They want, if you're saying you're going to deliver it within a certain time frame, you got to deliver it within a certain time frame, or they'll return it. Because Amazon, you can return anything, you know, and get your monies back. So people are kind of comparing that, you know, with what they buy. So that's really it. I mean, stay positive. I mean, it's not easy to make any money in anywhere these days. So, but this is certainly the way to do it. I mean, it's possible.
Cool, awesome, man. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing this.
Of course, thank you.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to get you like to, you know, 7 figures and have another, you know, another interview then. So.
Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to it too. I mean, me and my partner, my silent partner, he would love to be on this video as well. But yeah, we thank you a lot because I mean, Alex, you're the one that kind of, you know, showed us the kind of the path and which way to take, and you're doing good with it, and you're helping a lot of people, and the community is actually amazing. I got to thank everybody that's within our Facebook group that helps each other out. That's, you know, I'm shocked that there's good people and this many good people in this world.
Yeah, man. Thank you for being part of it. So yeah, very excited. So yeah, let's. For me, it's like, you know, the goal is just let's get you there. So yeah, thank you for sharing this, and guys, thank you for watching this, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you, guys. Take care.